welcome back. So for today's video, I'm going to talk about Venus in Revati Nakshatra, and this is the last Nakshatra. Finally, Venus series is coming to end, and I haven't checked the vote for the next series, which is Ketu or Mercury, because last time I saw it, Ketu was the highest vote and Mercury was the second highest vote. So probably I will be doing Ketu or Mercury. Let's see. So if you don't know any kind of details you want to know or any kind of consultation or anything, just look down for the description. Currently I have clothes for the consultation and I will be opening back for next month or maybe the upcoming month. So let's go for the topic of today. This is in Revati Nakshatra. Revati Nakshatra is the last nakshatra and also it represents the 12th house. So this nakshatra can be represents communication may seem lost in relationship. So Revati Nakshatra have this issue that 12th house is activated, which is your subconscious mind. And most of the time, if you see Venus in Revati Nakshatra, these people can have higher expectations or they seem lost in relationship because Venus represents relationship. And when Venus going into this nakshatra, regardless of the house or wherever it is placed in your chart, but once it is in this nakshatra, this can shows that the person may have something that called higher standard, or they just simply looking for some kind of a fantasy type of love or marriage, or they just have that type of thinking about relationship, marriage, overall about everything in their life. And as I said, they have way too much higher expectation about partner, expect from overall relationship, but they will put minimal effort, which can make it hard or break the relationship. Venus in Revati Nakshatra can make you to have very much unrealistic expectations, and this can actually makes your partner to be having a lot of responsibilities to meet up with your expectations, and that can also lead to breakup or the worst, divorce if you get married. So the person who have Venus in Revati Nakshatra, the first thing first is accept a person for who they are. Do not have too much expectations or get to know the person before you get even into relationship. So a partner will feel under pressure because of expectation of yours and may end up giving up the entire relationship. This is possible if someone who have Venus, this Venus in Revati Nakshatra as your Atma Karka. This can really affect your relationship, not only your relationship but overall with your family, because having Atma Karka is literally represents yourself, and this can also represent your partner can have higher expectations from you. So addiction can ruin one's life. So this placement, maybe I'm actually talking about negativity first and then I will come for the benefits and good things about this placement. So this placement Venus in Revati Nakshatra, if there is any kind of a conjunction or Rahu or any kind of malefic conjunction is happening, then this can actually makes the person to have addictions. So be careful with that. So must control expenses as well, not fall for money scheme which won't work or Jupiter will not allow it. So the thing about Venus in Revati Nakshatra is early in your life you can be someone who is who want to make money very fast. So you may get into this type of bitcoins or any kind of, you invest your money into something and then you lost it. So be careful with Venus in Revati Nakshatra. So this can be actually happen. The thing about Venus in Revati Nakshatra is Jupiter is actually protecting you, and if you want to really earn money in your life, then one thing is work hard and also be very much loyal about it, because Jupiter may tend to punish you if you try to do it in a wrong way or you try to do any illegal work or something just like that. Next thing is, will marry past life lover due to the past life karma towards them. So Venus in Revati Nakshatra is actually shows that you may get married to someone who is from your past life, and this can also represents you have a karma, very karmic debt that you need to clear out with them. And never talk bad or disrespect women because it will create bad karma for you and will get instant result of it. This is actually regardless of gender, not for just men but for women. So this is the time that for people who have Venus in Revati Nakshatra, please be very careful. Do not try to disrespect, especially women in your life. If they done anything to you badly or anything, try to avoid the arguments and cut it off and then move on in your life. Or don't have that verbal arguments or saying any kind of a bad words, because this can actually create very bad karma for people who have Venus in the nakshatra. And the next thing is words needs to be used politely or else will have bad karma accumulated. So Revati is actually represents feet, Jupiter, especially 12th house. This represents feet, but this also represents the speech of someone. So please be very careful for people who have Revati nakshatra, because there is a sometimes this can actually makes the person to have that babbling, or these people when they get angry they can literally spit out some kind of words that they may regret later in your life. So yeah. So the next thing is dancing or martial arts will enhance the person's luck as well, makes them the person makes money through it. So martial arts and dancing, as I say, feet, Revati represents feet, so you can learn it. And if you have a good combination and the placement of the house in your chart, you can definitely make money out of it, but you must put consistent effort and learning of it. So word of affirmation works for this placement as well for Mars in Revati. So I've seen Venus in Revati Nakshatra and Mars in Revati Nakshatra can represent these people doing mantra, and also these people chanting or listening to mantras. Especially Sharama Nakshatra listening is very strong. But here, you people can be having this chanting the mantras or writing the mantras can actually helps you manifest whatever that you want in your life for people who have Venus in the nakshatra, unless you have some kind of other conjunction or anything. So natural artists can be in any art form. It's easy for you to learn, but need to put effort and be consistent learning and doing it. So as I say, consistency is very important for people who have Venus in Revati nakshatra, because as I say, Revati also represents water, flowing water. So you may have this issue whenever you are learning something. You will have this boredom, you will have this you tend to get bored easily, so to keep up with the consistency can be hard for you. So that is the thing when you need to motivate yourself and do it. So anything done with impulsiveness, it don't work out. Here Jupiter gives you a lesson very big time if you make mistakes. As I said, Jupiter here will punish you, definitely will punish you if you done any mistakes. And also being impulsive definitely not going to help you at all. So the opposite nakshatras for Revati is actually Hasta and Chitra. These people can actually represent your partner, and also this placement, Hasta and Chitra, is also one of the nakshatras that represents perfection. So your partner can have a lot of expectation from you as well as how you are having expectations over them. So Venus can make you fall for teachers, or your partner will teach you lesson like Jupiter nature. So as I said, Revati definitely represents Jupiter, and here your partner will actually teach you a lesson in your life, especially in a harsh way if you're not someone who listening to them, or if you are having a good position and Jupiter and Venus seems like a friendly sign. And make sure you see where's your Jupiter in your chart and which nakshatra it represents. If it's good, your partner will become your long-term friend or your best friend before you get into relationship with them. So learning new language bring good lucks, activate your luck, because Mercury rules this nakshatra and Jupiter is the lord of 12th house. So Jupiter and Mercury is quite very strong here, and Revati also ruled by Mercury. So as I say, speech and also writing and language. So learning a new language can bring good luck for you. So make sure you see if you have where's your Mercury and Jupiter in your chart, and also which nakshatra it represents. So excellent communicator and communication skills, especially if Mars or Mercury in Revati. Throat chakra is important here. Need to always brush up any language, including your own mother tongue language, and be consistent of doing it. As I said, here one thing I have seen is most of the time Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and Venus. You are the people who need to always consistently, you need to brush up whatever that you are learning in your life, whatever wisdom, because Revati Nakshatra, the water that it represents is actually the wisdom, uh, wisdom water. So it's like this is the ocean of wisdom. And also the last part of the last part of the last nakshatras in whole nakshatra system. So as I say, this placement can represent Jupiter being very strong and also very strong subconscious mind and also the other side of the world. So this can also represent fascination of historical places and culture studies. So you can have very much interest into archaeologies or go into a historical places or temple, all of the stuff. So respect your partner even in arguments or disagreement, because you may be harsh when losing temper only to be regret later. I think I've told you earlier. So whatever it is, Revati Nakshatra, Venus in Revati Nakshatra, do not use that bad word or some kind of words that is harsh, which you can hurt your partner in arguments. This is why I say avoid the argument, and before you get into relationship or even in marriage, try to be friends. Be friends first and then you get into relationship. That's the only way this Venus can work. And regardless of gender, your partner will be your luck, and based on how you treat them will makes you lucky. Gain of wealth, never degrade your partner even as fun or a joke. It will backfire you. So as I say, for people who have Venus in Revati Nakshatra, especially for the male, this can represent your wife, your girlfriend, can be represents as your goddess Lakshmi, and they are the one who will bring luck in your life, wealth in your life, especially material wealth in your life. So do not ever disrespect them. I have seen this Venus in Revati Nakshatra and Venus in the Nishta Nakshatra. Whoa, these two nakshatras is actually very strong nakshatra, especially for the men who have these placements, this nakshatra. I have seen these people may in their past they have disrespect women, or they have this issue with women and divorce or breakup, and whenever they are coming to see for the reading, when I just ask them, did it happen, and they be like, oh my god, yes. And now they seems like regretting of their whatever their action they did, and most of the time it is actually verbal issues. And yeah, so for Venus in the nakshatra, quite be very careful with that, and don't let your words harsh. So invest in good quality shoes as well. Revati represents feet. So, and also 12th house of the chart. So if you know the transition of Rahu and Ketu right now is going on with the Revati and Pisces and Virgo sign. So this actually can activate in some way if you have a Venus here. This can also represent Rahu is passing or transit through your Venus. It can happen if you have in that house or particular house and everything. So be careful and also invest in a very good shoes, because as I said, Revati represents feet, and having a good shoes and also clean your shoes will brings luck in your life. So this is overall for Revati Nakshatra, and I'm so sorry because I take time to do this video and finally coming up to it because of my work. I am in a full-time job right now, and it takes time for me to really get well, and also doing the video and everything, so please give me time. And also I will start with the next series, and thank you so much for all the support you guys are giving me here, and I truly appreciated that. So this is overall for the Venus series is finally coming to end here, and I'm glad I have completed this series. So the next series will be, most probably it will be Ketu or Mercury, any of this nakshatra, or probably I will do both of it in same time. Let's see. So thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe because that helps me a lot. And see you guys in the next video. Bye.